Hello, hello, Fit for Lifers. We are in the new year. Are you rocking your New Year's goals? Let me make sure technologies. Okay. So today I wanted to hop on here and encourage you guys and go over four diet myths that you can say goodbye to this year and actually live your healthiest year of your life. It is possible and beyond. So again, we're setting ourselves up this year to make health a priority. And in turn, you will lose weight. And again, I believe that you can lose weight for the last time and stop thinking about your weight all the time. So if that is one of your goals for 2023, just type in the comments, yes, that's one of my goals. Yes, 2023 is the year. Let us know what your health goals are for the year. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. And also, if you're watching with us live, say hello or do hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. But let's dive in. There's a few things that, I've been a part of the weight loss culture and I've seen it all, you guys. There's nothing new. And I just wanted to kind of bust through a few myths and give you a sense of freedom for those of you who, especially those of you who want to lose weight from a kingdom-minded approach. We're going to talk about that today and how you can do that. Okay, so the number one thing you can say goodbye to in 2023 for your weight loss journey is counting things and eliminating a certain food group. Let's just talk about this. Do you think that God designed us as humans to be counting how many calories we're eating every day, or counting how much protein we're eating, or how many, counting macros, or eliminating carbs? I mean, God made carbohydrates, right? We as humans have just come and made our own versions of a lot of food, which is not conducive to weight loss. Okay. So I eat a lot of carbs. I eat sweet potatoes. I eat beans. I eat Ezekiel bread. I eat a lot of things that are in the carb category. So you don't have to eliminate carbs. And I literally never count anything in a day. I've gotten into a rhythm, and this is what I want to help you to do, is to get into a rhythm where you just know what to eat, that you know what your limits are. And so sometimes that takes some trial and error and some coaching through the specifics, but in the long term, you do not have to count calories or macros to lose weight. The beautiful part is, let's just think about this, okay? God created food. From the beginning of time for humans, right? There has been food for us to eat. It's his food. It's the food that he created. And when we eat his food, it is naturally low calorie. You don't have to count things. Your body will intuitively respond to the food you're eating. It'll tell you when it's full. And I promise you, you do not have to live a life of counting things. So if you want to know how to do that, then we need to stop. Okay. Again, think everything that humans get their hands on, right? Like there's been amazing advances, but in general, we overcomplicate things and we take away from the simplicity in the order that God has created. Okay, so the number one thing you can break off in 2023 is counting things or eliminating a major food group. Okay. Unless it's like, unless you count dessert as a major food group, you could eliminate that and probably fare pretty well. Okay, so number two. The myth that I want to bust is that weight always has to be on your mind. Many of you think about your weight all the time. And if that's you, I just want to encourage you that when we help you to love the process, when we can help you to detach, this is hard, but when we help you to detach from that goal, like the 50 pounds you want to lose, or the 20 pounds, or the 100 pounds, however much, when you can detach from the goal and live in the process of what it means to have this healthy lifestyle, and you hear this all the time, but when you can live into that process, you can get really excited about loving your body, about eating certain things because of what it's doing to your body. Like God made food. It's incredible to study food and its medicinal properties and how it prevents disease and reverses disease. Like, he made it perfectly. And so when you can shift your mindset, and when you can also shift your mindset so that you know you're a priority, it changes everything. And again, you don't have to always have calories and food and what to eat and what to wear, all that. It doesn't have to be on your mind. You can just live. And if that sounds foreign to you, that's okay. Some of you have grown up in a home where weight was always a focus. Maybe you saw somebody in your home struggle, or maybe you struggled from a young age and it was pointed out. But you can, I promise you, you can break free from that, and you can just live and just be healthy. So sometimes it takes a lot of rewiring the way that we think, right? But it's possible. Okay. So the number 3 myth that I want to bust and that you can let go of this year is that food and exercise are the problem. All right. All of you watching this know that the how to lose weight is to move more, eat more vegetables, eat less junk. We all know that. Okay. What I find with the clients that I work with in Fit Moms Academy is that there are blocks to our ability to receive abundance in these areas. There are blocks in our ability to consistently eat real food, to consistently move our bodies. And it has nothing to do with the food or the exercise itself. You could do, for the most part, you can do whatever exercise program you want and lose weight if you're doing it consistently. Okay. And exercise is not even like the solution, right? You can eat a vegan diet or you can eat a paleo diet. And if you're doing it consistently, you're going to lose weight eating a lot of real food. Okay. So the problem is, why am I not taking my vow to myself seriously? Why am I addicted to food? What roots began that addiction? Maybe I use food as a coping mechanism. Maybe food has always been associated with joy, and I need to find joy in other ways. Maybe there's a physiologic addiction to sugar. There's a lot of reasons that we dive into, but ultimately it comes down to, am I seeing myself the way that heaven sees me? Do I actually believe that I have access to abundant life, including abundant health? Or do I think that fitness and confidence and feeling sexy around my husband, all those those things that sound great, that's for other people? And if you think that, then we have to do some work to get to the heart of the issue. You can white knuckle your way through another diet and exercise program, but it will not change things long term. You may lose weight for a while, but it's not going to be this thing that sustains you. We have to renew your mind. And if you watch the training that I did a couple of weeks ago now, it's all about renewing our mind so that we have the ability to receive abundance, including your health. So food and exercise are not the problem. And if you want to do this in a kingdom-minded way, then we have to rewire the way that you think about all of this. Okay. So number 4 myth is that you have to do it on your own, or you should know better, or this is your fault. Okay. So the myth is that you have to do it on your own. If you think about anything that you are really good at, maybe you did athletics and you were really good. Maybe you learned to play an instrument. Maybe you learned a language or whatever. Those things take somebody to walk you through, or a coach, right? And so to put the expectation on yourself that you should be able to figure all this out is not realistic. You wouldn't do that to somebody else about something that they're trying to master, right? It doesn't make sense, because a lot of us have grown up in a home where we just weren't taught how to be healthy. It hasn't been the norm, eating real food. And so we have to break down things and take you back down to the foundations and then rebuild it. And you could watch hours and hours of YouTube videos and read all the books, but when you do this process with somebody who knows what they're doing, then we can accelerate that so that you can move on to bigger and better things and live out your specific kingdom purpose and freedom. And so that's why I've created Fit Moms Academy. A lot of you guys are already jumping in, and I just wanted to remind you of the 2 different ways you can get involved with that. and we have a promo going through January 10th. So if you haven't watched the training from last week and a half, and you want access to the replay, I can send you that. It's probably been 2 weeks now. Anyway, it's called Renew You. So send me a message and I can send you the replay. But Fit Moms Academy, again, it's a kingdom-minded approach. We have 3 circles of weight loss. Think about a target. So that outer circle is the food, focusing on real food. The middle circle is implementation. How do we schedule our success? How do we fitness plan? How do we, manage our time, all of that. And then the middle circle is what sets us apart. So it's that inner work of, identity and recognizing who we are and recognizing where there are gaps in that. It's digging up the roots of why there's been a struggle for so long in the first place. And some of those are deeply rooted. And I will say, and I'll tell you about the programs, but this is where it often takes a lot of coaching to process this. So you can have all the information, but I don't want you to just stay there. And then we want to get you excited about your kingdom purpose, how you are designed, and how when you are living as your healthiest self, you're going to do that better. And we're going to start declaring a new story of your life that includes being at your goal weight and feeling amazing in your own skin and having energy and confidence and all of those things. So that's how we do weight loss differently in Fit Moms Academy. This is not a program where I'm just going to tell you what to eat. It's renewing your love for the food that God made and moving your body and all those things. So Fit Moms Academy, there are 2 levels of the program for you to join. So Fit Moms 2.0 is our deep dive. So if you want access to me and to pick my brain about all the things weight loss related and health, and you want a kingdom-minded, high vibe community, we do group calls, we have accountability group, we have a lot of fun, and it's a really deep dive. This is going to collapse time, accelerate your progress by working in this community. Then Fit Moms Academy 2.0 is the route you want to go. So that typically is a 16-week program for $3,000. Right now we have our promo going. And I'll drop the link, but if you do the code Christmas1, the number 1, you get $1,000 off for the 16-week program. So that's really exciting opportunity to hop in for the new year and get your health in alignment and get rolling. Think about it. You got plenty of time before summer, right? If you aren't ready to do that deep dive, if your budget isn't there, if you just aren't sure, but you want to kind of dip your toes in, then we have a membership program, Fit Moms 1.0. And so that is $47 a month. Or if you do the annual plan right now, so it's $470, not only do you get 2 months free in the program, but you also get a free month of Voxer coaching with me, which is how I do coaching with all my clients. So if you buy the annual pass in Fit Moms 1.0 by January 10th, then you get some free coaching with me, which is really fun to get to know all of you who've already jumped into that. If you have questions, let me know. I will drop both of the links below. Again, you have a week to jump in and take advantage of these deals and to break through these weight loss myths in 2023. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'll keep an eye on the comments, and I'm looking forward to meeting more of you this year and getting to know your weight loss stories. Have a good rest of your day.